Hey guys and girls, it is GamerKiller2347, and I'm going to be making a video about FBS conference realignment, and I'm going to show you the perfect realignment. So we're going to start off with the Pac-12, and we will start with Hawaii here, and it's the most obvious. Hold on, house. Press submit, and then no. And then we're going to add all of our California teams. That'll make 8. Oregon and Washington teams will make 12. And we're going to try not to split up states, which we will have to eventually because we got 12 teams in Texas, and then we got 2 teams in New Mexico, 3 teams in Oklahoma, 2 teams in Arkansas, and 5 teams in Louisiana. So, but we're going to try not to, so we'll add Boise State. So, you know, we got 130 FCS or FBS teams currently. You know, the Sun Belt's talked about adding James Madison, and CUSA's talked about adding a bunch of FCS teams, but none of that has happened yet. So we're going to do 13 teams in all 10 conferences. So next we'll do the... First of all, let's rename the Pac-12, since we're not going to do any numbers. So we'll call it PCC for Pacific Coast Conference. So next we'll do Mountain West. We'll keep the Nevada teams. We'll put the Arizona teams in. Oh, I did not mean to press San Diego State. That's okay. Arizona State. There we go. And then we'll add the, put all the Utah teams in.
This is the excitement you expect to cause when you go visit someone. I was hoping it was my daughter.
Colorado teams.
She's at her grandmother's.
Wyoming, and then the New Mexico teams. That'll make it 13. Now, I intentionally saved New Mexico State for last, so we could, you know, Texas, it has 12 teams, so we would, so that way, in case New Mexico State was left over, we could add it with the Texas teams and make a conference out of them. So, I'll try and save Texas for last, because with 12 teams, there's a high potential that we're going to fuck everything up. So we're going to move over to the Northeast, and we will do ACC expansion here. So we'll do UMass, UConn, Boston College and Syracuse will stay in. Buffalo, Army, Rutgers, Penn State, Pitt, Temple, and let's see, Maryland, Navy, and we will have to split up a state. Let's split up West Virginia. It looks like I can add West Virginia. It looks like it's closer to the others. So we've changed the ACC into a very disorganized Northeastern Conference, and we are going to change its name to the NEC, or Northeastern Conference. Alright, so we'll solve the Marshall problem later, and I'm going to work around the Canadian border so we really don't fuck stuff up. So basically, let's work with the MAC conference. So we're going to, so Ohio has 8 teams, and Michigan has 5 teams. So we will combine so basically the MAC conference will consist entirely of teams in Michigan and Ohio. Alright, so we have one more Canadian border state left, and that's Minnesota. So it'll stay in the Big Ten, so Wisconsin, and then we'll have the Illinois teams in. And then we'll do the Indiana teams. The Iowa teams. Let's see. So this is 2, and then that's 5. And then Indiana teams make it 9. Iowa State make it 11. We will add Missouri. And Arkansas. Now, I know y'all may be asking me why I decided to split up Arkansas instead of adding Nebraska. I will show you that at the end. And we are going to rename the Big Ten the let's call it the Midwest, instead of I would call it MWC, but I don't want to get it mixed up with the Mountain West. Alright, so let's fix. So Arkansas State, we will put that in CUSA, and then we'll add the Tennessee teams. And that will make it 5. We'll have the Kentucky teams. Which will make it 8. Marshall to make it 9. And the Virginia teams, which will make it 13. And I want every conference to be named after a region, so we will call this the USC, or the Upland South Conference. Oh, wait, hold on, I was about to name the wrong conference. Alright, so... Alright, so we got 7 teams in North Carolina. We are going to do the AAC. Mainly because I want to do the SEC around Florida and the Sun Belt around east of Florida. Okay, that's Appalachian State I'm looking at.
That's not what I have in mind for you.
And then we will go add the South Carolina schools, and we will make it 10. Oop, I added Georgia Tech by mistake. That's Clemson. And got... Okay, South Carolina. And we got 4 in Georgia. Let's add all of them except for Georgia Southern. We will rename this the SAC, or South Atlantic Conference. But Georgia Southern will be part of the new SEC. And which the new SEC will have the Florida teams,
What are you doing awake at this hour? I couldn't sleep. I was staring at the ceiling. Welcome to the Insomnia Club. Why can't you sleep? Are you worried about something? No, I'm just old. And you?
and then we will add we got 8 so far, so we'll add the Alabama teams, and that will make it 13.
It's not about a guy, it's about someone who's made a mistake.
Alright, so now for the Sun Belt, we'll add our Mississippi teams.
Like a murderer, or a burglar, or even a rapist, I guess, for example. It depends.
What happened to the Sun Belt?
You mean in all cases?
It's,
There is true regret, for example, or if they recognize that they
oh,
did wrong,
I renamed the,
express remorse, and they
okay,
genuinely promise not to do it again. Well, in that case, yeah.
the wrong conference. So the AAC is supposed to be the,
Mentally ill but is cured now.
what did I rename?
Each case
Okay,
is
the
particular.
SAC.
But in every case, there is another side. How so?
Okay, so this is supposed to be the Sun
Tell me, honey.
Belt.
What's this all about?
And then
An ethics project idea.
the AAC, I was supposed to rename the SAC.
So that's why you couldn't sleep.
Alright, so
Have you come to any
for the
conclusions?
Sun Belt, we will add our Mississippi teams.
Good coffee, right? Soul. It's fun to think like that, but put it into practice. How do you
The Louisiana teams.
your mother? If anyone deserves a second chance, it's her. Yeah, will you do that? I mean, when she starts treating me like an adult.
And then we will... Okay, so we're going to have to split up Texas. We will split up north and south. So definitely we'll add the teams along I-10, Houston, Rice.
These cameras have been covered, like those at the entrance of the zoo. I guess there are more all
UTSA,
Yeah. The whole place is
and
heavily
UTEP.
Luckily, he's left.
And if I gotta add one more, I will add Texas A&M because I don't want to split up the Austin metropolitan area.
Line up here, please.
And then our remaining ones will go in our new Big 12. Alright, we got, let's see, North Texas. And then, okay, Texas Tech is in. Then we got to add Tulsa with all the other Oklahoma teams. And then our Kansas teams and Nebraska. So it looks like you can tell why I added Nebraska. Because initially I added Nebraska in the Midwest. But then I saw that we would have added... Big 12, we're going to rename the GPC, or Great Plains Conference. So, alright, so, but yeah, it ended up adding, I decided that it looked better to add Arkansas in the Midwest, and then add Nebraska in the GPC. So this is the most regionally accurate, like probably the most regionally accurate one that you could come up with. So 130 teams and 10 conferences, and add 13 teams in each conference. And I mean, it's very regionally accurate because I mean you can see that all the dots are like really close to each other. So the states we had to split up ended up being Arkansas, Georgia, Texas, and West Virginia. So it's interesting having the new MAC conference consists entirely of teams in 2 states, and you know, you really start to realize how disorganized the Northeast is in terms of conferences. Alright, so I renamed each conference. Instead of using acronyms, I used it based on, well, let's delete independent. Alright, so I did it based on instead of using acronyms, I just named it, South Atlantic, Northeast, Midwest, Great Plains, Upland South, Mid-American, Mountain West, Pacific Coast, Southeast, and Sunbelt. So this is about as perfect as, at least I think, as perfect as you can get regionally. So yeah, with all this conference realignment going on, just let me know what you think about this. So thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And peace out, fans.